Look, if you think Sugar Land is just some sweet name of some random suburb in Houston, think again, because this place is a master plan powerhouse with luxury homes, top tier schools, insane amenities, and a whole lot of Texas charm. You are about to find out why so many people want to call this place home and why Sugar Land is absolutely one of the best suburbs to live in. Welcome to Sugar Land. What's going on, y'all? So I'm willing to bet that you've heard of Sugar Land, but is it really as sweet as everyone says it is? Spoiler alert, it might just be one of the best suburbs in the entire Houston area. And in this video, we're going to be doing a full boots on the ground tour of Sugar Land from the top to the bottom. I'm taking you through the beautiful master plan communities here. We're gonna explore the top ranked schools, some killer food spots, and we're gonna even take a look at some awesome homes and even the unexpected local history behind Sugar Land. We're gonna be breaking it all down so you will see what it actually looks like to live here day to day, from the laid back family vibes to upscale convenience. Sugar Land delivers a lifestyle that's actually really freaking hard to beat. So whether you're moving to Houston or you're just gonna be exploring your options, hold off on that house hunt, because by the end of this video, you might just fall in love with Sugar Land. We have a ton of ground to cover in this video, so let's go ahead and get this journey started for today. This is gonna be a pretty sweet video, pun intended. Hey, what's up, man? All right, now let's talk about the location of Sugar Land, because Sugar Land is seriously in a prime spot. You're gonna find it just southwest of downtown Houston, right off of Highway 59. That means you've got a direct shot into the heart of the city. Yep, downtown Houston is only about a 30-minute drive, depending on traffic, of course, which we all know is an absolute nightmare in Houston, and what kind of music that you're listening to. Now, if you need to get around town, that will not be a problem here. Sugar Land connects easily to the Beltway, aka Beltway 8, which is Houston's second outermost loop, giving you access to just about everything in the metro area. Highway 6 also cuts right through Sugar Land and heads north toward I-10 and the energy corridor. So if you work in oil and gas, you're looking about a 30-minute commute. If you're working in the energy corridor, just enough time to finish your morning coffee and maybe catch a podcast, I don't know. And let's not forget about the Grand Parkway, aka 99. Now this is Houston's newest and outermost loop, and it'll take you right up into Katy, Cinco Ranch, and beyond, making weekend plans or just that cross-town errands a little bit easier. So yeah, location-wise, Sugar Land is actually sitting pretty. All right, let's rewind the clock and talk about the sweet beginnings of Sugar Land, Texas. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. This place was literally built on sugar. Yes, sugar. So back in the 1800s, Sugar Land wasn't some suburban dreamland. It was actually a massive sugar plantation owned by the likes of Stephen F. Austin's Peeps. Fast forward a few decades and some guy named Benjamin Terry rolls on in, plants even more sugar cane, and boom, Sugar Land becomes the official brand. But here's where it gets really Texas. In 1908, the Imperial Sugar Company, as you can see behind me, steps in like the Willy Wonka of the South, builds this massive sugar refinery, and turns this place into a full-blown company town.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Then yes.
We're talking homes, schools, and even stores, all controlled by Big Sugar. You didn't just work for the company, you lived, you shopped, and you probably dreamed in it too.
So I'm just gonna grab a healthy breakfast.
Are those gummy bears wrapped in a fruit roll-up?
Breakfast burrito.
Now, this sweet little setup rolled on until the 1950s, when Sugar Land decided, hey, maybe we don't want to be a sugar-themed episode of Black Mirror forever, and they started modernizing. They finally incorporated as a city in 1959, which was basically Sugar Land saying, we're grown now and we pay our own dang bills around here. From there, sugar mills slowly shut down, but the city kept growing like it was on a sugar high. Master plan communities started popping up all over the dang place, the population exploded, and suddenly Sugar Land became the hottest suburb outside of Houston. Now today, it's more about shopping, good schools, and suburban bliss than harvesting cane, but hey, that name still sticks. So the next time that you are sipping sweet tea in Sugar Land, or anywhere in anywhere in the United States for that matter, just remember, this place was built on sugar. The been named after sugar, and it still has sugar in its DNA. All right, whenever you're thinking about moving to a new area, I want you to really consider how strong the actual local economy is going to be. Why? Well, because it says a lot about the long-term stability in your investment for the future. Is the economy here diverse? Is it resilient? Or is the entire area just really riding on the backbone of one major industry? That actually really matters, believe it or not. Now, when it comes to Sugar Land, this place is pretty solid. The local economy is straight up thriving, and a big reason why so many people are moving here and staying here, most importantly. Now, Sugar Land's got a little bit of everything going on here when it comes to jobs and businesses. You're gonna find everything from massive global companies to locally owned shops that have been here for years upon years. It's really a solid mix that gives the local economy some serious strength and some buying power, staying power, whatever. So whether we're talking about Fortune 500 giants, innovative tech firms, or those small family-run businesses you end up visiting every other weekend, Sugar Land has created a business-friendly vibe that keeps attracting new talent and investment. And honestly, that kind of economic diversity is a big reason why people feel so confident putting down roots here in Sugar Land. The economy features major businesses from various industries such as advanced manufacturing, we have energy, of course, engineering, professional and technical services, and healthcare and biotech. Now, major hospitals are actually going to be located here as well. Now, we have Houston Methodist, we have Memorial Hermann, we have St. Luke's. So if staying close to world-renowned medical institutions are on your list of your needs, you are covered here in Sugar Land without a doubt. So no, Sugar Land isn't just nice houses and nice parks. It's got its own economic backbone that makes it a smart place to invest and a smart place to live. Now, general stats that you need to know. The population here is around $111,000. The median age is about 42, and the median household income is $137,000. Okay, now let's talk home prices. The median list price for a home here is about $500,000, and the median days on the market is about 30 days. And the average list price to sales price ratio is 97.7% as of the making of this video. So keep in mind, those numbers are always changing. And for more accurate and up-to-date stats on the real estate market here in Sugar Land, you can give me a call, or you can shoot me a text, or you can send me an email at info@OneLifeRealtyGroup, and I'll be happy to give you all the updated information about Sugar Land that you need. After working with so many families making the move to Sugar Land, we've gotten a pretty clear picture of what really makes this place stand out and what surprises people once they settle in. From the beautiful neighborhoods and top-tier schools to the local charm and the convenience that's here, there's really a lot to love about Sugar Land. But let's be real here, no place is perfect, and once the new home excitement wears off and daily life actually starts to set in, a few things tend to pop up that folks didn't really plan ahead or think about ahead of time, or something they just really didn't expect. So if you're seriously considering moving to Sugar Land, I want to give you the real deal. I want the stuff that people just don't really think to ask about, but usually wish they had known ahead of time before making the leap. So let's break down what it's really like to live here in Sugar Land, both the wins and the watch outs, all right? And we're gonna start off with the pros first. So let's start off with what people absolutely rave about whenever they move here to the heart of Sugar Land. Now, Sugar Land is hands down one of the most business-friendly cities in the greater Houston area. Whether you're running a nationwide operation or you're the proud owner of a small mom and pop shop, this city gets it. They understand. Businesses fuel the local economy, and Sugar Land treats them like it. You've got everything here. Major corporations, tech firms, medical offices, creative services, retail. I mean, you name it, it's literally all here. It's a diverse economy built on smart planning, a highly educated workforce, and some really attractive financial incentives. So if you're a business owner thinking about relocating or expanding to Sugar Land, this isn't just a great place to live. It could be one of the best moves you make for your bottom line. Now, one of the most amazing perks about Sugar Land is the housing. And I'm not just talking about any old housing either. I'm talking about resort-style master plan communities that feel like you're living on a permanent vacation. Amenities that make you never, ever want to leave your neighborhood. Things like wave pools, lazy rivers, pools that just aren't boring. We have also splash pads, tennis courts, pickleball courts, amazing country clubs, and even more than that. Seriously, it is all here. We have housing here that fits any and all ages and all walks of life. First-time home buyers have something here, and if you're seeking ultra high-end luxury, guess what? It's here too. Sugar Land has some of the most amazing opportunities for every buyer in any market. All right, now let's talk about culture and diversity. One of the things people really love about Sugar Land is just how diverse and welcoming it actually is. You've got folks here from all walks of life, all backgrounds and all corners of the world, and it shows in literally the best ways possible. From the food seriously, the food scene here is just absolutely next level. To the community events, festivals, places of worship, and even the variety of languages that can be heard spoken around here and around town in Sugar Land. Now, this area is actually a true cultural melting pot. It brings richness and energy to everyday life that's really hard to find in your average suburb. So, whether you are raising a family, relocating here for work, or just looking for a place that feels inclusive and connected, Sugar Land has built a community where everybody fits in. All right, well, for this next segment, just pray that I don't get run over because I'm right here on Highway 59, but we're gonna talk about pretty much the location of Sugar Land. Now, it's sitting in actually one of the most strategic spots in the entire Houston metro area. Whether you're in healthcare, you're in oil and gas, or education, or tech, or whatever, or if you work remote, just like being close to everything, this place really does check all of the boxes. I mean, you got direct access to Highway 59, which is right here. It feeds directly into downtown Houston. You're minutes from the Beltway, you're close to Highway 6, and you're not far from Grand Parkway, AKA 99. And we'll basically just get you around to all of the major job hubs around here. The medical center is about 30 minutes. The energy corridor is about 30 minutes away. And downtown Houston's also about 30 minutes away. So whether you're commuting across town or just hopping around for client meetings, Sugar Land puts you in a central spot with easy access in every direction. It's ideal for professionals across literally all industries, and that's a big reason why this area really does continue to grow the way it has been. All right, if schools are a big factor in your move, Sugar Land delivers in a big way. Now, this area is served primarily by Fort Bend ISD, which is actually one of the largest and most respected school districts in the entire Houston metro area, with about 80,000 students across multiple cities. But here's the deal, some of the very best campuses in the district are actually located right here in the heart of Sugar Land. You've got powerhouse schools like Clements High School, which is right behind me, and other schools like Dulles and Stephen F. Austin, each fed by a strong lineup of elementary schools that are gonna be scattered throughout. Now, families consistently move to this area just to get into these school zones. It's really that competitive. Now, a smaller portion of Sugar Land is actually gonna be served by Lamar Consolidated ISD, including the popular George Ranch High School, which has a great reputation and serves more of the edge of the city than anything. But if you're leaning towards private, no worries at all. Sugar Land's got options. Schools like Harmony School of Innovation or Fort Bend Christian Academy, and there are several other high-performing private campuses that are gonna be scattered throughout the area. But no matter what kind of educational path that you're looking for, public, private, charter, or whatever, Sugar Land has quality options literally all around here. All right, my friends, if you're the kind of person who likes to get out and enjoy life, Sugar Land is packed with things to do, and I'm not just talking about one or two different shopping centers. This place literally has something for everyone, so let's start with the Sugar Land Town Square, where I was earlier. It's basically the heartbeat of the city, a walkable downtown style area with restaurants, shops, events, and even City Hall is actually located there. There's always something going on there as well, from live music and food festivals to yoga on the lawn, you name it. Now, when it comes to bars, lounges, restaurants, you're covered. From casual spots to high-end dining, Sugar Land has seriously an underrated food scene. Now, whether you're grabbing drinks with friends or you're taking the family out for dinner, you will not be disappointed here in Sugar Land, trust me. Next up, there's First Colony Mall. That's where I'm at right now, actually on the lawn, which is way more than just a mall. You've got the big name stores like a massive AMC movie theater, plenty of spots to hang out or grab a bite to eat. Now, next up is Constellation Field. It is home to the Sugar Land Space Cowboys, our very own minor league baseball team that feeds into the Houston Astros, but it's not just for baseball either. They also host concerts, festivals, and other local events year round. Now, if live shows are your thing, the Smart Financial Center is one of the top performance venues here in the Houston region. They got comedy, concerts, Broadway shows, kids shows, you name it, it's all there and it all comes through here. As a matter of fact, I was just there recently with all three of my children and my wife and I. We went to go take them to go see a Danny Go concert. If you don't know who Danny Go is and you are about to have a kid or you're in the infant stage, get ready because Danny Go is going to take over your life. It's taken over mine, and I actually find myself jamming to some Danny Go music by accident in the car. Anyways, but for families or anyone who loves learning something new, there is the Houston Museum of Natural Science, which is pretty cool, the Sugar Land and Fort Bend Children's Discovery Center, and there's plenty of other parks and playgrounds and trails to explore here in Sugar Land. Now, this area actually has amazing country clubs as well, so if you're a big golfer, you are in luck, my friend, because a couple well-known popular country clubs here in the area are going to be Sugar Creek Country Club and Sweetwater Country Club, both offering amazing perks to its members. Now, Sugar Land also has some serious green space too, from the Sugar Land Memorial Park to Oyster Creek and tons of different neighborhood parks and amenity centers that are going to be scattered across all of the communities. You have plenty of options to relax, unwind, host birthday parties for the kids, or take your dog on a peaceful walk. You have options here is what I'm trying to get at. So whether you're into sports, you're into music, you're into food, shopping, or just getting out and enjoying the community and life in general, Sugar Land truly delivers all across the board. Okay, now let's talk about one of Sugar Land's most underrated gems, and that is its very own regional airport. Like you can see behind me, you can see those private jets right there. Now this airport, located off Highway 6 in Sugar Land, the Sugar Land regional airport is a huge perk for business travelers and private flyers alike. With an 8,000-foot runway longer than Hobby itself, it can handle everything from small private planes to very large corporate jets. Now, the 20,000 square foot terminal feels more like a luxury lodge than a busy airport. We're talking stone fireplaces, private lounges, meeting rooms, and even US Customs for international arrivals, which is honestly really freaking cool. And it's all about convenience and class here at this airport. Now, this airport is run by Global Select, one of the top FBOs in the country, offering VIP level services like valet parking, catering, concierge, rental cars, and more. There's even a coffee bar and Wi-Fi on the ramp itself. And the best part, it's just minutes from anywhere in the Sugar Land area. So whether you're flying out or you're hosting client events, it all adds serious value and saves you a ton of money and major time if you are a business owner. This isn't your average airport or your average small town airport. It's actually a world-class facility right here in your backyard. I touched on this next one briefly earlier in this video, but it needs to be said again. The economy here in Sugar Land is stout, which is something that you need to pay attention to for any area that you decide to move to. You need to know and understand what's happening in the suburb that you're eyeballing. Here in Sugar Land, healthcare is the biggest employer, accounting for over 14,000 residents with careers in the healthcare industry. Now, Sugar Land isn't just growing, it's actually booming. It was recently ranked as the 16th fastest growing city in the entire country. That's pretty dang fast. And once you take a closer look, it's something easy to understand why. Now, the city has over 9 million square feet of industrial space, 8 million square feet of office space, and 8 million square feet of retail therapy. Yes, shopping counts too. That's a whole lot of opportunity packed into one single suburb. And when it comes to jobs in the future economy, Sugar Land is projected to see steady employment growth of around 3% per year over the next decade. That kind of growth isn't just good for the job market, it's a strong signal that the local economy is healthy and is built for the long haul. This is a city on the rise, and it's creating real opportunity across all industries for people just like you. Sugar Land also has a healthy and stable office market and a high rate of tenant lease renewals, so no one is leaving here, and that, my friend, speaks volumes. All right, my friends, now let's talk about the not so sweet side of living here in Sugar Land. Now, Sugar Land is absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong, but no place is perfect. And if you're seriously thinking about moving here, these are the things that you're definitely gonna wanna keep in your mind. Number one, HOAs can be, well, a lot to handle, right? Sugar Land is full of master plan communities all over the place. And with that comes HOAs, or homeowners associations, some of which can actually be very strict. We're talking rules about what color you can paint your front door, how often you mow your lawn, where you can park your car, and even the types of holiday decorations that you can put out. For people who love order and curb appeal, it's a dream come true, but if you're more of like that laid back, or you like to do things on your own way, might feel just a little bit controlling. I mean, it's not necessarily a deal breaker for everyone, but it's definitely something that you're gonna wanna be aware of. Coming in at con number 2 is all about the limited new construction opportunities here in Sugar Land. Now, this place has been growing for decades, and by now, most of it's already built out. That means your chances of finding new construction homes are actually pretty slim. Most of the homes here are resale properties. Some are newer, but a lot were built in the early 2000s or earlier. Now, the upside to that is that you're moving into a fully developed area with mature trees, well-maintained roads, established schools, and no surprise construction zones popping up every 5 freaking minutes. But if building a brand new home with all of the custom touches is on your wish list, you might need to look toward areas like Richmond or Missouri City or Rosenberg. Con number 3, traffic and congestion here is absolutely no joke. Let's just say it, the traffic here in Sugar Land can absolutely be rough. Highway 6, jam-packed. Highway 59, forget about it during rush hour. Even local roads can feel like a parking lot at certain times of the day. And it's not just commuters. There's a ton of shopping, there's a ton of restaurants, tons of schools and activities, all jammed into relatively compacted areas. So the roads stay busy all day long. And if you're someone who hates sitting in traffic, this might be one of the bigger frustrations of actually living here in Sugar Land. You'll definitely want to plan your schedule around peak drive times or invest in a good playlist and have some serious patience. Coming in at con number 4 is going to be the higher cost of living here. Now, Sugar Land is definitely on the pricier side when compared to other Houston suburbs. Now, on average, the cost of living here is about 8.1% higher than the national average, and home prices tend to reflect that. You're paying for high-rated schools, master planned communities, and access to great amenities, but that lifestyle will come with a higher price tag. If you're relocating from a higher cost of living city like LA or New York City, it might still feel affordable to you, but compared to places like Katy or Pearland and Cypress, Sugar Land homes can feel a bit steep, especially if you're looking for something newer or in a top-rated school zone. Number 5, the weather. And it's Houston, so let's keep this real. The weather in Sugar Land and the entire Houston region, it's hot, it's humid, and often brutal in the summertime. From May to about September, it's not uncommon that we see higher temperatures such as 95 and upwards of 100 degrees with humidity so thick that it feels like you're wearing a freaking wet blanket. Now, if you're coming from somewhere with 4 seasons or dry heat, this is gonna be a major adjustment for you. That said, the winters here are kind of mild and you won't be shoveling snow at all, but be ready for the AC bills, afternoon thunderstorms, and that sticky, muggy summer air that hits you like a wall whenever you step outside. Like right now, I'm filming in the middle of August. It's really hot, but I chose to wake up early and get this filming done today in the early morning hours before it hits 108 million degrees outside. All right, if you're someone who values stability, strong schools, and beautiful neighborhoods, and a community that's really well put together, Sugar Land just might be the ideal match for you. It's perfect for families who want access to top-tier public and private schools, parks, and activities without sacrificing that suburban peace and quiet. It's also great for professionals and business owners as well. So whether you're commuting into Houston or you're working locally, you're gonna have a good time here. Now, thanks to Sugar Land's prime location, a business-friendly vibe, and its growing economy, retirees love it too, especially those who want a peaceful lifestyle with amenities close by, excellent healthcare access, and a community that's clean and it's also safe and well maintained. But if you're chasing brand new construction homes and you hate traffic with an absolute passion like I do, or you're not ready to embrace the Houston heat, this may not check every box for you and probably isn't the ideal location for you to move to. But at the end of the day, Sugar Land is best for people looking for that well-established upscale suburban lifestyle with the convenience of being close to the city, but with its own identity, its own energy, and a whole lot to offer. All right, my friend, now it's time that you see what living in Sugar Land is all about. We have some of the best master plan communities in the Houston region, and you are about to see 6 of the most popular neighborhoods right here in the heart of Sugar Land with some awesome amenities that you definitely don't want to miss. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump in the car and we'll drive together to the first one. Let's ride. All right, now let's talk about Greatwood, one of the most beloved and well-established neighborhoods right here in Sugar Land. Now, this place was originally developed in the late 1980s by a company called Terrabrook, or a developer called Terrabrook. This massive 2,050-acre master plan community has pretty much a lot to offer. Think about 12 beautiful lakes, tons of greenbelt space, and a paved walking and biking trails that seem to just go on forever and ever. And right here in the heart of the neighborhood, you got the Greatwood Golf Club, or Greatwood. I'm thinking of Great Wolf Lodge anyway. But anyways, Greatwood Golf Club, which is an 18-hole private course that winds through the community and adds a really nice and scenic, peaceful type of vibe. And for those of you for the amenities crowd, you are covered. There are 3 community swimming pools, 2 competition-style pools, and one's a full-blown resort with a lazy river and water slides and splash pads like you can see right here behind me. And let's be honest, it's not just for the kids, it's for us adults too, okay? We can have a good time. Now, you've got 3 different neighborhood rec centers, picnic areas, tennis courts, sand volleyball, playgrounds, and just a ton of open space to really enjoy the outdoors. And Greatwood, by the way, is actually going to be zoned to Lamar Consolidated ISD, and the community has a strong reputation for being family friendly and just super active because the HOA hosts events year round, which keeps neighbors connected and really gives the area a strong sense of community, not just another collection of homes and a place to sleep. All right, so here here are some quick stats for you. The HOA dues are about $1,200 a year, and the tax rate is impressive 2.1%. And as of the making of this video, there's about 66 active homes for sale. And the average list price is going to be around $532,000, with homes ranging from the low 300s all the way up to the mid 900s. Now, most homes are roughly 3,000 square feet, so you've got plenty of space to spread out. All right, enough talk. Now let's hit the road and take a 1-minute drive around so you can see what Greatwood really looks like from the ground level. Let's ride. Next up, we have Telfair. Now, this is a beautiful master plan community that feels modern, upscale, and is full of life. Now, this 2,018 acre development was established in 2006 and features around 2,800 homes, all built around 70 acres of scenic lakes, miles of trails that wind through the neighborhood, and so much more. Now, Telfair is actually going to be zoned to Fort Bend ISD, and it feeds into Clemens High School, which is one of the most sought after high schools here in the entire district, and which is a huge plus for families keeping an eye on education. And as far as amenities, this place right here does not hold back. You've got a 70-acre central lake, 3 clubhouses, multiple swimming pools, yes, complete with their own water slides. I don't know if you can, let me get out of the way. Yep, right there. We have water slides here, state-of-the-art fitness centers. We got tennis courts, basketball and volleyball courts, and tons of parks, tons of playgrounds and splash pads for those little ones. Now, there's always something to do right inside the neighborhood. One of the coolest and most unique features of Telfair, well, it's home to the satellite location of the Houston Museum of Natural Science. Yes, right here inside the community. As a matter of fact, it's right in front of me. And fun fact, it's housed in a historic building that was once used as a prison. Talk about a glow up. Now, here's a quick market breakdown of Telfair. Currently, as of the making of this video, there are 29 homes for sale with prices ranging from $549,000 all the way up to $1.6 million. And the average home is about 3,500 square foot. And the tax rate here is 2.5%, which anything under 3 is good. Now, the HOA dues are going to range from $750 all the way up to $2,000 annually, depending on which section of the community that you live in. And Telfair has that really clean master plan vibe with top-tier schools, top-notch amenities, and a touch of uniqueness that really sets it apart. Now, let's do the same as before and let's take a drive around the community so you can lay eyes on what this neighborhood looks like. All right, now let's talk about Riverstone, and buckle up because this place is enormous. We're talking 3,800 acres of a master plan beast with 6,400 homes. I mean, it is so big, it actually splits over into Missouri City. So depending on where you land, your mailing address might say Sugar Land or it might say Missouri City. Either way, you are still in the right spot. Now, Riverstone is zoned to Fort Bend ISD with most of the neighborhood feeding into Elkins High School, which is a solid choice and it has a strong reputation as well. Now, the real showstopper here is the club at Riverstone, basically where I'm at right now. And no, it is not just a cute name. This is a 17-acre rec center or recreational hub with an 8,000 square foot clubhouse. There's a resort style pool here, there's water slides, there's splash pads, a zero entry lagoon. We have fitness centers, a catering kitchen, meeting rooms, 8 different tennis courts, and something called the Big Adventure Park, which is basically a giant nature-themed playground with zip lines and rope bridges that'll make your inner child question why this wasn't a thing whenever we were growing up as kids. But wait, there's more. You've got 3 total rec centers, tons of neighborhood parks and playgrounds, a 3.5 acre free roam dog park, a 9 acre wetlands park for the kids to explore, and over 20 miles of trails throughout their entire community. Yes, 20 miles of trails. It's the kind of place where you'll definitely hit your steps goal without even trying. And to tie it all together, they've got a full-time lifestyle director right here in the community. Yeah, an actual job title whose mission is to actually just keep things fun year-round, loaded with events, festivals, food trucks, and all kinds of community gatherings that you can possibly think of. Now let's talk real estate, because there are currently 113 active listings ranging from the 400,000s all the way up to $4 million, with the average home size around 3,900 square feet. Now the tax rate ranges from 2% to 2.6% depending on which MUD district that you're in, and the HOA dues are going to come in around $1,300 a year, give or take, just based on your lot section. And here's the bottom line. Riverstone is big, it's bold, and it's packed with a ton of things to do. If you want that resort style community with room to roam, this definitely should be on your radar. Allow me to tell you about one of the most iconic and luxurious neighborhoods in all of Sugar Land, and that is none other than Sweetwater. Now, this is a classic, well-established master plan community that is tucked just off of Highway 59 southwest of Houston right here in Sugar Land. You're about 30 to 35 minutes from downtown Houston and less than 10 minutes to everything else that you need right here in the area. So why do people actually love this neighborhood? It's a great question. Well, for starters, it's got that exclusive country club vibe without feeling too stuffy. The neighborhood wraps around Sweetwater Country Club. So if you're into golf, that's a big, huge perk. But even if you've never touched a golf club before in your life, you'll still enjoy the beautifully landscaped streets, lakes, green spaces can be scattered throughout the neighborhood. And there are over 570 homes here, ranging from elegant custom builds to luxury estates. and it has mature trees all around here, and it's just overall peaceful. It has a great sense of community. Now, families here are actually going to love that you're going to be zoned to the top-rated school districts here in Fort Bend ISD. You have Clements High School, which is consistently ranked as some of the best high schools in the state, and then among all the private schools that are going to be nearby. And as far as amenities are concerned, you've got access to about 10 neighborhood parks, pools, playgrounds, and of course the country club here. Plus, you're minutes away from major retail spots, like First Colony Mall, Town Square, and some more restaurants scattered throughout, grocery stores that you pretty much ever need. But brace yourself for this one, okay? There are currently 9 active listings for sale in this neighborhood, with prices ranging from $965,000 to $5.25 million. So yeah, this isn't a great neighborhood if you are on a budget. But if you are looking for ultra high-end established neighborhood that offers convenience, community, curb appeal with the perks of a huge exclusive private country club, Sweetwater definitely deserves a spot on your short list. It is, quite frankly, the most luxurious neighborhood that I know about in the Houston suburbs. It reminds me kind of like River Oaks inside the city of Houston, but a suburban version away from all of the inner city madness. So let's do this. Let's take a drive around Sweetwater so you can see how gorgeous and beautiful this neighborhood actually is. Now we got to talk about First Colony, the true OG when it comes to Sugarland living. Now this massive 9,700 acre development was originally established way back in 1977, and it eventually got annexed into the city of Sugarland. Today it's home to over 9,500 homes and 50,000 residents across more than 60 different little pocket neighborhoods. Yes, 60 different pocket neighborhoods. It's basically a suburb within a suburb, and part of it even overlaps with Missouri City. And actually, fun fact, Sweetwater, the luxury neighborhood that I talked about earlier, is actually located right here within First Colony. So yeah, this place is huge. Most of First Colony is going to be zoned to Fort Bend ISD, which includes access to some of the top schools here in the area. Now let's talk about amenities, because this is where First Colony really flexes its muscles. Honestly, if you've ever seen a postcard of Sugarland, or if you ever Googled it, it probably came from right here. You've got First Colony Mall, which is one of the best malls in the area actually, perfect for a little retail therapy or just walking off a lunch coma. Then there's Oyster Creek Park, which is 111 acres of trails, water features, gardens, great for a jog, a picnic, or just pretending that you're in a movie montage. And you've also got the First Colony Aquatic Center, complete with lazy rivers, pools, splash pads, and everything the kids or you could want on a hot summer day like it is today. Oh, and let's not forget Sugar Land Town Square, that super photogenic hotspot with restaurant shops and community events. Well, if you Google Sugar Land, that's probably the first thing that you're gonna see that pops up. And on top of all of that, you've got numerous parks, tennis and pickleball courts, over 111 would be nice, but over 11 clubhouses, sports facilities, and green space pretty much everywhere like you see behind me. So whether you're the outdoorsy type or you just love a good stroll, First Colony really delivers. And regarding real estate here, there are currently over 72 active listings ranging from $320,000 all the way up to $5.25 million, with those high-end properties mostly pretty much gonna be in Sweetwater. Now the tax rate here is an impressive 1.8%, and HOA dues are gonna be around $1,000, and that depends which little pocket neighborhood that you end up being in. So here's the bottom line. First Colony is like the heart of Sugar Land, Texas. It's established, it's well connected, loaded down with amenities, and offering everything from starter homes all the way up to serious high-end luxury. And last but certainly not least, we have to talk about new territory. And yes, the name fits, because when this place was developed, it really was the start of something huge. Now, this is a 3,200 acre master plan community with 4,600 homes and around 17,000 residents spread across 42 pocket neighborhoods. We call those little pocket neighborhoods. So yeah, it's pretty dang big, and it's super organized and thoughtfully laid out as well. So let's talk about the amenities, because new territory absolutely just brings it. The centerpiece is going to be the club, which is an 18,000 square foot facility that features a full-size gym, has a weight room, meeting rooms, a resort style pool with the cabanas, 8 different tennis courts, a tennis pro shop, pickleball courts, playgrounds, and a whole lot more. It's basically a mini fitness resort right in your neighborhood. And that's not all. You've got 3 additional rec centers, each with their own pool, their own tennis courts. So really, you're never far from a really cool spot to really cool down your day or get your game on. And speaking of games, the sports complex, it's freaking awesome. That's where I'm at right now. You've got baseball and softball fields, you got soccer fields, a huge pavilion, and a lot of playgrounds for the kids to burn off some of those energy. It's kind of the place where your weekends will fill up really fast in the best way possible. Now, there are also parks built into each little pocket neighborhood that I said a second ago. So no matter where you live, you've got green space close by. And for those dog lovers, there is a dedicated dog park where your furry friend can live and run wild and just live their best life. School-wise, new territory is going to be zoned to Fort Bend ISD, and there are 3 elementary schools right here inside the neighborhood, which means less chaotic morning routines, and you don't have to have a 30-minute carpool, which just makes the mornings just nicer. So just get the kids dressed and out the door, thank God. And a quick market update. As of the making of this video, there are 61 active listings in new territory, with homes ranging from $325,000 all the way up to $1 million. Now, the average tax rate here is going to be around 2%, and the HOA dues are about $1,200 annually, depending on which section that you live in, of course. And here's the bottom line. New territory offers a family-friendly lifestyle with top-notch amenities, great schools, and enough recreational space to really just keep everybody happy, from toddlers all the way to tennis pros. All right, my friends, well, this is going to conclude our tour of Sugar Land. I truly hope you found some sort of value in this video. And if you did, make sure you hit this subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to know whenever we release a new video. We cover the entire greater Houston area from suburb to suburb, so you can know exactly what it's like whenever you move and relocate down here. So there's no surprises. You don't want to end up moving into the wrong area. With that being said, Houston is absolutely enormous. So if you do plan on moving to Sugar Land or anywhere in the Houston region, make sure you give me a call. I will leave all my information in the description box down below, and you can contact myself or Samantha, which is also my wife, and she happens to also be the broker, which means that she's my boss in real life and she's my boss at work. Kind of sucks for me. Either way, give one of us a call, shoot us a text message. All my information will be on the description box down below, and I'll even leave a QR code right now since I know about 60 to 70% of you are actually watching this on your TV. So don't be afraid, shoot us a text or give us a call, and we'll be happy, delighted, honored, and thrilled to help make your transition to here to Houston a smooth one. See you guys in the next video.